Developments surrounding the 100-year-old massacre in Tulsa this morning. A team of archaeologists and community members will begin exhuming bodies to determine if they were victims of those attacks. BNC's Dray Clark has more from Tulsa.
One white woman's false claim of a 19-year-old young black man attacking her led to one of the worst massacres in American history. Most of the victims were black. And now, some 100 years later, they are still finding bodies here in Tulsa. Many of those bodies, the cause of death has not been determined, and no death certificate was ever issued. They were simply thrown in unmarked graves like trash. Tulsa, Oklahoma, a city of 400,000 people sitting on the Arkansas River. In the early 20th century, Tulsa was the oil capital of the world. The energy industry made this town rich. And it was also during this time that Tulsa was home to one of the most prosperous black communities in the country. The black wealth here was so vast, they called the Greenwood section of Tulsa Black Wall Street.
It wasn't a banking and investment capital. It was kind of a small business and entrepreneurial hub that was part of the city of Tulsa.
10,000 people lived here. There were more than 30 blocks of black-owned and operated businesses, along with 1,200 homes, churches, and schools. Black people weren't allowed to shop in the white community, so they had to spend their money in Greenwood, which left the community in good financial standing. Then came May 30th, 1921. A white girl accused a black teenager named Dick Rowland of attacking her inside an elevator in downtown Tulsa. May 31st, white men in the community grabbed their guns with the intentions of finding and lynching the accused black boy. But by then, he had been released from jail and left town in a hurry. So the white mob, stuck with an unrelenting appetite for revenge and violence, attacked the entire Greenwood community. Black men, women, and children were bludgeoned and shot to death. There were fires everywhere, but firefighters were told to stand down, save no buildings, and spare no lives.
The violence lasted roughly 16 hours. It was quelled the next day, June 1st, 1921, by the National Guard, contingent sent in from Oklahoma City.
The white mob even dropped bombs on Greenwood from airplanes. The official death toll is 37, 25 black, and 12 white. But most people who have studied the Tulsa Massacre of 1921 say that figure is far too low.
There are more bodies all around. It's a matter of finding them.
For 2 decades, Kevin Ross has been trying to find the dead. He's taken thousands of pictures documenting his journey. Ross serves on a city-appointed committee charged with locating remains and mass graves.
The white folks quickly got rid of the dead. Some spots we may never know, but stories are thrown in the Arkansas River, which is just west of here, thrown in incinerators around the city, thrown in coal mines just east of here, and of course in unmarked graves.
At Oaklawn Cemetery in Tulsa, Eddie Lockhart and Reuben Everett were the only 2 known victims from the massacre buried here. But last October, Ross was part of a team that discovered a mass grave here at the cemetery.
Technically, we found 12 coffins at this time. Now, according to documents by the funeral homes at that time and death certificates, the official stated that there were 18 bodies buried here.
But they still need legal permission to exhume the bodies, and that could happen sometime this year. Urban legend has it there are black bodies underneath the highway, and here's why. When the state wanted to build this highway decades ago, it had to buy part of the land from the cemetery. Since then, many white Tulsans have come forward claiming there are bodies buried beneath the highway.
For years, these white folks are coming forth. They said, there are bodies. My grandfather was the bulldozer, operated the bulldozers that covered them up.
Historians believe as many as 300 black people may have been killed in the massacre 100 years ago. The atrocity is one that some in Tulsa believe should be left alone. Allow the dead to rest, they say. But Ross says no, even the dead deserves dignity. And if they can find the bodies, they can give the victims the respect they deserve, instead of being dumped in an unmarked, sloppy grave. So the digging must go on. They still have more holes to go.
We don't know until we dig what we will find. And if I have my way, it'll be a lot of holes in this cemetery.
For now, Tulsa is home to maybe the largest murder scene in America. The bodies are here, likely buried all across town. And 100 years later, not a single person has ever been charged. And so later this morning at 9 a.m., a team of archaeologists and community members will begin removing those 12 caskets found at Oaklawn Cemetery last October. They were finally able to get permission from a judge to begin that process, and it will be emotional, as many family members are still waiting to learn where their family members may have ended up. And depending on what they find, they could actually provide closure to many of those families. In Tulsa, I'm Dray Clark for Start Your Day.
Thank you, Dray. I said it yesterday, it's the biggest example of domestic terrorism obviously this country has ever seen, and that says a lot. I mean, for them to say that 37 people died, 25 black, 12 white, that's part of the issue that I have here, is because there's never that acknowledgement of how many people were actually killed. And can you imagine being terrorized, being displaced, killed, obviously, some of your loved ones being killed, and their bodies just being dumped, thrown away in mass graves. So there is no proper grieving process for a lot of the people who have gone on to pass away over the years that did survive that massacre. So it just adds to, I actually want to say the hate that I have, because it's just hateful. How can people be so cruel? I know how, I know why, but you just wonder, where's the humanity when it comes to things like that? And so when I think about this, when I think about the Tulsa Massacre, it upsets me in so many different ways. I mean, I can say so many different things, and I don't want to say the wrong thing to get myself in trouble or to get anybody else in trouble, but I'm pissed. I'm sorry. I know it's early in the morning. It just makes me mad because of the lack of acknowledgement that we still have today. And I know President Biden came out, and that's great, and I know that the United States and this government is finally stepping up and saying the right things. But once again, saying the right things and doing the right things are totally different. There has to be that acknowledgement. There has to be that plan, and you have to execute that plan. Until they execute that plan, I'm going to remain the same way I feel right now. I'm going to be so upset because of the lack of justice that those people got. They should not have been in that situation. Their survivors should not have been in that situation. And once again, never able to grieve because their loved ones' bodies just dumped in mass graves and thrown away, and really not even acknowledged, because they still haven't said that more than 300 people were killed on that day. That's terrible.
And I respect, receive, and share that hate, which sounds crazy to say, but the reason you're PO'd, and the reason I understand it and so many others understand it, is because not enough white people are PO'd about this. Some are. A good number may even be ticked off about it. But if, just like a river, you know how water has to have somewhere to flow? Hate does too, okay? In order for it to heal and there to be a reckoning on the other side of hate, it can't have this block and this lack of acknowledgement thrown up. It has to be hugged, diffused, honored even, in order for us to move on. And America, the 60s, the civil rights movement, all of these things that bring us to where we are today, that's not reckoning with what happened here. And that's why we have to keep going there. And that's why I said, and I will reiterate it, I'm worried about white children too, because they've been sold a lie. They've had this disgusting meth type drug pumped into their arms and bodies every single day. And it's killing them too, right? Imagine waking up in a lie for several centuries and believing this when it's really this. Believing that things like affirmative action benefit black people when your whole life as a white person in America has been affirmative, right? Just by birth. Take the poorest white kid out there and put him up next to a middle-class black kid, and we can still talk about privilege. Face value, literally, right? We can still talk about privilege. So they got to get this murder investigation right. They have to, I get it. All the racist killers are dead, right? They're dead, right? If you were of age to kill at that time, you're gone. Doesn't mean we can't name you. It doesn't mean we can't piece together something here, right? I believe the accounts of those who came before us. Bodies were dumped in rivers. Bodies were incinerated. Bodies, as Dray Clark's piece outlines, put in coal mines. But
rivers,
that's not
under freeways.
All of the bodies. Yes. Figure it out.
That's what I'm saying.
And if we were to,
You
God
can't find
forbid,
it.
say that it was another group buried under a freeway, which is inconvenient, we would dig it up, excavate, and figure it out.
But that's what I'm saying. They just don't care, and that's the problem. Black lives,
You're
one
right.
thing, they say black lives, they don't want to acknowledge that black lives matter. They don't even want to acknowledge that the dead of black
Because they
people
don't.
matter. That's. But you know what? I'll just make an addendum on what you say about white people. The right white people. You don't even need the majority, because the majority ain't ever going to come on board. But if you get the
That's
right
why I say
ones
good white
to come
people.
on board, the politicians that matter, the ones that have the power, the ones that can get things done and not listen to a loud crowd of constituents. So as long as you get the right people doing the right thing, I always say you don't need a lot of people that love you. You just need the right people to love you. And if you get the right people to do the right thing, then we can see some change in this country.